My name is Raghuraj Rajendran. I am here to briefly introduce the concept of 3S and our health. The basic idea is to pursue public health in a non-commercial manner. The basic idea revolves around adopting 3S and avoiding 3S. Avoiding the 3S, the 3S's are sugar, snacks and supper. That is, refined sugar is to be avoided from our diet. Snacking as a habit should be avoided, and also one needs to take care not to take food after 6 p.m. in the evening. To adopt 3S, we need to adopt sports, that is some physical activity. We need to adopt Sangeet, that is music in your lives, and also sleep, that is to have a good night's sleep every day. Our team will present before you some inputs regarding all of these points. To briefly introduce you to the various activities that are being taken up by 3S and our health society. One is research, that is to have concrete research into the traditional life practices that we could adopt in order to promote good health for ourselves. The second part is regarding communication, that is to formulate communication in a manner that will carry the message of good health to the people. And third is to have policy advocacy, suggesting some policy measures which could be adopted so that public health can be pursued. One of the initiatives that 3S and our health society is making is to have social health clubs in educational institutions. This health club is formulated as a non-commercial platform to take up activities which would bring into perspective the different needs as far as public health is concerned. They would kind of give a platform to students to deliberate on the various topics that are important for them, their parents, their friends from a health perspective. The various activities that could be taken up in this are debates, speeches, various kind of competitions which would bring out the essence of good public health interventions. This effort is also being promoted as a corporate social responsibility initiative by the NHPC or the National Hydropower Corporation, and is also supported by PHFI on a technical basis. Your organization could also be part of this effort, or you could enthuse your school, the school that you are an alumni of or you are presently part of, to have such kind of a club which takes up activities in the right earnest to promote public health. One important aspect that we need to take care is to avoid sugar, that is refined sugar, from the diet. Why this is important? This is important mostly because sugar results in inflammation in the body. Refined sugar goes through a process which is very intensive chemically and has the effect of producing or augmenting inflammation in the body. Almost all of the diseases are in some way or the other inflammations that you could avoid by avoiding refined sugar from your diet. The additional issue with refined sugar is that it is very high glycemic in nature. That is, it releases glucose into the bloodstream in a very quick manner. This results in very high energy levels for a very short time, but then often it is followed up by a crash in the glucose level, which results in lack of energy or the feeling of huge amount of frustration for the individual. So it is our choice if we want to stay stable with our energy levels, or we want to have an intermittent hike followed by a great amount of depression later on. If our choice is for a kind of stable level of energy all through the day and not really submitting ourselves to the vagaries of sugar, we better avoid it. Another point that is talked about in 3S effect is about avoiding snacks in between the day. Why snacks in between should be avoided is also important for us to understand. Every time we eat a snack, there is a tendency for our body to release insulin in our body. This insulin kind of shuts down the process of fat burning in our system. Additionally, it leads to a situation of insulin resistance that gradually leads to the situation of diabetes. So, these avoidable consequences can be prevented by restricting ourselves to 2 or 3 proper nutritious meals in a day. The third point is regarding supper, that is late night food that we take. There are 2 reasons to avoid it. One is that if we avoid supper, we tend to get a longish interval in which we are fasting. That is, our body will be able to repair itself and our ability to recoup to face the new day will be better if we are able to fast for a longer period. Second, when we are not digesting food during the night, the sleep will be of greater depth. As you are aware, like you are not able to really sleep when you are walking. In a similar manner, like it's difficult to sleep deep when you are digesting the food. So, if you leave out the job of digestion from the sleeping hours, your sleep tends to be deeper and the ability of the body to recoup itself also becomes better. In adopting a good lifestyle, there is a huge importance that is there for sports or any sort of physical activity that you could do. There are multiple important reasons why this should be adopted on a regular basis. One is that it provides flexibility to your body. It provides stamina to your body, that you are able to stay put with physical work for a longish time. And it also ensures that there is detoxification of your body. Detoxification because your sweat would bring out a lot of toxins from your body, and this is important to do on a daily basis so that your body is fully detoxified and raring to go as far as the day is concerned. It is also important to build your muscle strength. Any physical activity of an anaerobic nature would be able to improve your muscle strength as well. The concept of introducing more of Sangeet into your life will reduce the stress levels that you are exposed to. It is important to wind down after a strenuous day before you take your sleep, and Sangeet is also known to bring you into a mental frame which would be much healthier and which will give you a more soothing and satisfied life. Similarly, the aspect of sleep needs to be given importance to. How to get a good sleep is also dependent upon whether you are taking dinner late in the night, because digestion of the dinner is very antithetical to sleep. If you are to digest the food, then getting sleep is a difficulty. Similarly, if you are exposed to full spectrum light, that is light emitting diodes of the screens of the mobile or the TV after dark, that is after 6 p.m. that also impacts the secretion of melatonin, and that impacts the depth of the sleep that you are able to get. It is also another matter that today in this modern age, we have lots of advertisements, lots of good things in life, so to say, which eggs you more and more into such kind of a lifestyle in which all of these might look very difficult and very difficult to adopt in modern sense of the term. At the same time, if you look closely, these are all factors that have been introduced into our life by modern technology, and there is a need to look beyond. Technology is helpful when it is really helpful. Not really, it takes you down the ride. It takes you on a ride as far as your health is concerned. It's our choice. If we have the information and if we are able to make the right choice for ourselves and maybe nudge our near and dear ones also to a healthier life, it will be a great experience for every one of us. The impact that 3S and our health or the 3S effect has on your life are primarily on 3 counts. One is when you want to weigh better, that is like you are having little bit too much on the heavier side and you want to reduce your weight. The long hours of fasting, that is anything more than 12 hours, will certainly help you put yourself into a position of ketosis and help to reduce the fat content in your body. The other effect of 3S is that your energy levels are better through the day. Normally, it's observed that people are dependent on a cup of coffee or a snack to keep themselves energetic through the day. And following the 3S lifestyle, one continues to be energetic through the day without the help of these kind of added substances which have other deleterious effects. And the other impact that one often gets to hear about is the depth of sleep that people have. Lots of people come back to me and say that their sleep quality has increased. Normally people tend to advise on the number of hours of sleep that one should have, whether it should be 6 hours, 7 hours or 8 hours. But it's often lost sight of as to what is the depth of the sleep. Length is important, but so is the depth of the sleep, and whether you are having the support of melatonin hormone trying to clean up your body during your sleep, it's a very important factor. So it's kind of you are bringing your life in sync with the sun, that you rise up with the day, you work through the day and you try to rest when the sun is away. To bring yourself in sync with the solar system, so to say, is the best way to swim with the tide and have an easy and at the same time productive life. So the impact would be for you to have for the effort that you make. One good experience that one had with the Social Health Club is that one of the schools in Jammu and Kashmir had organized something on their own called a Healthy Food Day. Ironically, it was on the very same day that many other schools in our country were actually celebrating World Chocolate Day. That is, when one school was celebrating Healthy Food Day, there were other schools which were celebrating World Chocolate Day, in which a lot of sugar, lot of refined sugar was being, so to say, peddled in other educational institutions. Activities such as the Healthy Food Day or debates or any other competition, like it might be essay writing competition, it might be a painting competition. Any of these activities, when they are given the proper forum, will help convey the message in children's own words to them regarding a healthier lifestyle. And we should also be aware of this fact that schools on all educational institutions are now being used as forums by commercial interest in one way or the other. And there is a need to counteract this tendency. If we are able to provide for such kind of a forum and report on the activities through www.socialhealthclub.in, which is a website that has been promoted by the CSR initiative of NHPC, we will be able to learn from each other as to the activities that could be taken up in Social Health Club in the interest of public health. Thank you.